This is a major security risk for school children, and I wish other states would also follow what was carried out by the Bengaluru Traffic Police, who conducted a special drive on 14th of June to check for drunk driving among school vehicle drivers. The 3-hour operation was held between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. Note that time, 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. because schools operate at that time. And amongst 4,559 school vehicle drivers who were tested across the city, 58 were found to have consumed alcohol early morning. Yes, it could be the after effects of having, had a couple of drinks at night, but these are people who drive school children to school. Imagine the shock if your child's school bus driver is one amongst them. It is of course another matter that those who tested positive for alcohol were prosecuted under the Indian Motor Vehicles IMV Act. The police also seized the vehicles driven by offending drivers, and their licenses have been sent to RTOs for suspension. The Bengaluru police have been focusing on the problem, and if one looks at the statistics, then in 2023, while only 8 cases were registered, in 2024 that number rose to 139. In 2025, so far 67 cases have been booked. You and I are thinking the same thing, aren't we? There shouldn't be even a single case. These are our children. But then there seems to be another side to the story, and that being a plethora of problems highlighted by school bus drivers. Terrible roads in Bengaluru, or pothole-riddled roads in the IT city. Non-existent roads which are made worse because of heavy waterlogging, creating delays and danger. The constant traffic jams on roads, even on non-rainy days, which stop buses from getting to both school and students on time. The drivers have most often to zip through roads, doubling the danger for kids, and of course with school authorities or parents on their way back calling, use of mobile phones, which is a huge danger. These are indeed problems, but then that doesn't absolve some drivers to be under the influence of alcohol. Do drives to curb untoward accidents the only solution for keeping the school-going children in Bengaluru safe? Shouldn't schools and transport department and the education department also get involved to lessen the dangers for our children? Let's debate. D. Shashikumar, who's an educational and general secretary, CAMS, he is joined us, and we are also waiting for Manoj Padikal, who's the chairman of School Transport Wing at Bus and Cares Operators Confederation. Let me now first go across to Shashi. Shashi, what a shock this is. Imagine that 58 drivers were found to be drunk between 7 to 10 a.m. I can't wrap my head around this. We do, of course, we've heard about sexual abuse, which some of the drivers and conductors have been involved in. But imagine a bus full of children and early morning drinking, Shashi. That's such a shock.
Definitely, there is no other word to say. It is absolutely not accepted by and large, and even parents are equally responsible. That because of the first points, let them also be very attentive in trying to pin down these things. And police is doing wonderful job. There is no doubt they are checking randomly, and they're also checking in the frequency also. And my main concern is not this, except like alcoholic thing, how we are being identified, whether it is for the previous day or the day early morning they are drinking. That data we are trying to extract. We are trying to ask the police official, let us know on record whether this was the last night consumed alcohol or the present day. That is one big thing, big challenging question, because late night if they have 3 4 packs and that doesn't dilute in the thing, and even how you can control this, because 95%, Sudha, I will be very confident in this. More than 90% of the drivers are consuming alcohol because it is within their family affairs. But when they are driver and they have a responsible, when they are supposed to go and pick early morning the school kids, why are they doing this late night? Why they don't have these
Put a check.
practices?
No, Shashi, if you're saying 95, that's a huge number, Shashi.
Definitely. See,
But then look, when, as I know, my kids went to school, the driver first goes in the morning to get the bus from the shed. Then the conductor sits and then they start the route and then they pick up all the children and come back. So at the first point, I cannot check. I will only say bye-bye to my child and say go, unless the child has told me that.
my concern is
Who
they
is
should
going
be a
to check
part
them?
of it. They should be part of it for more
Man,
secure
what is the
reasons.
school doing? Yeah? I mean, where is the responsibility
Sudha,
of the
let us
school?
be very practical, Sudha. See, there are schools which are, see, we are talking about just 2 to 3% of the schools wherein they have a huge transport system of 200, 300 buses, and there is a check-in, like there are other authorities who takes care of all these drivers and attendants, all those things. You think about these 90% of the schools which have a transportation, they are with only 2 or 3 buses or one buses, two buses. There, how do you appoint a separate checking inspector for early morning, or the management can't go and check at the early morning at as early as 6 o'clock? And this is the collective responsibility, I mean to say. And second thing is, police is doing wonderful job, no doubt. My concern is, when are these drivers drinking? Are they drinking early morning or are they drinking previous day? That is the big challenging question we have to look into. No, that is one part of things which I have been raising this issue from long, because either you have to leave such driver whoever have a consumption of alcohol, and if that is the case, you don't get even 5 or 10% of the drivers who doesn't drink the alcohol. This is the challenging thing. I'm talking practically. See, we should understand in a 360-degree manner. See, why I'm asking, even the parents' responsibility is, at least there should be a checks and ams. Otherwise, the management can't come to those points. Even while leaving the school, he may be fine, and on the way he may consume. Because why the hell police leaves at 6 o'clock to open the bars and restaurant? Who is supposed to control that? Is that not the question to the stakeholders
Yeah,
and
so
the government?
basically you're saying everyone has to be involved in this. I hear you,
Yes.
Shashi. Manoj Padikal, who is the chairperson of School Transport Wing at Bus and Cars Operators Confederation, is joining us on the phone line. Manoj ji, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. So, the thing is, that's one side of the problem, and I think that's a very big problem. 58 drivers found drunk. What is your comment on that? And I would be paranoid as a mother if I found that the driver who ferries my child to and fro to school is drunk.
See, I think there is two angles we can discuss on this matter.
Huh.
See, it's a very negligible percentage only. This police, their checking system has caught some people. 100% we don't support this people for this kind of activities. We never support them. We never agree to this point also. But the issue is, as Mr. Shashikumar has rightly said, in our system, the bars are allowed to open in the morning time itself. And we only giving the ample support for this kind of activities. So where are we standing actually?
Manoj ji, this is a very, very strange argument. Just because the bars are open, I should go and drink there. What is this?
No,
I'm an adult.
not really. The issue
then?
is, I'm telling you, the government one side promote this liquor as per the liquor policy.
You should not drink. No, I mean, then that way doctors will drink, teachers will drink, journalists will drink, police will drink. We all have responsibility towards society, Manoj Padikal. Tell me something. As the chairperson, tell me, as a chairperson of the school transport wing, what are you going to, these drivers, their licenses have been suspended. Are you going to sack them forever and say, don't come back?
100%. As per our policy, we never allow any drivers to drink and drive during duty time. Definitely we never allow. And if it is being caught in our system, we immediately take necessary actions to sack them from the job permanently from the respective schools. We never allow.
There is another
we
point.
never allowed to do that.
Yeah, Mr.
But
Padikal.
as you know, our aware, Shashi sir has just now mentioned that in our system itself, there are a lot of loopholes in that. So that we have to see that, and we have to
Also,
control those areas also.
Mr.
And
Padikal,
strictly we
what
are
about, no, please
behind
listen
this
to
one
me.
only.
Please listen to me. What about the bad roads? On a normal day, a driver who's not drinking, he's sober. Bengaluru roads have potholes, there are killer potholes, there are no roads. They are zipping through the roads, they are violating traffic rules because there is complete traffic jam. Don't you think that is one thing that you can actually pin down the government and say, where are the roads? Naturally, it's unsafe, right? For my child, because you're zipping through it, I'm calling, where are you, are late by 10 minutes, school is calling, you use the mobile phone. Don't you think that is a very big challenge, Mr. Padikal?
Yes, 100%. Actually, as per our interview to the Times of India, we also said the same thing. You see in Bangalore, city roads are in very pathetic situation. After 1 or 2 rains, the condition of the roads, it's not properly motorable. But at the same time, what happens? The drivers are getting pressurized from school one side, parents the other side, to get their children picked up on time. What the poor drivers will do it for that? If they have a proper roads, motorable roads, then only the driver can do the proper driving system. Otherwise, how they are going to be responsible for the delay?
Let's have D.
The
Shashikumar
school
on
one
this thing.
side
All
they will
right,
tell
wait. Mr.
8:30 we are our.
Let me go to Shashikumar. Shashi, tell me something. I have seen.
Put together.
No, wait a minute. My question is that, I'm sorry, but in the West, school buses are very, very important. They don't take it lightly. And even in some of the premier schools
That's
in
what
Delhi.
I wanted to say.
Yeah, in
What I
Delhi
wanted to
also,
say.
where, some of the kids go to schools, there is a bus head who you can go to for any kind of problems. But this kind of a problem only happens when the school takes no cognizance given, no priority given to school buses. Just hurt the kids. They've gone.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate in India, especially whether it is Bangalore or any metro or any other cities. There is no regulations. Every driver is been abused, honked. He's been disrespected. When you talk about Western countries, no vehicle can overtake until the child is been left to the doorstep. No other vehicle can negotiate between. But in cities like Bangalore or anywhere else, that is not the thing. Everybody is abusing. There is no patience with the public. They never respect the school bus. They never respect the school driver or the children's. This is the situation. The law is so neglected, and we are being totally and every pressure is on driver. Forget about the transportation. See the traffic and the bad roads and the time, because 30-35 getting into the bus, even 1 or 2 child delays, and the entire time management is the pressure exerted on the driver, as well as from the school end, as well as from the other parents. All this is a matter of concern wherein we should counsel them, we should make them advise. There is lot in the transportation system, but unfortunately nobody comes to the rescue. I am seeing in the picture, it is a private cab. It is a personal drivers negotiated between the parent and the self-employed people. In that case, who is going to take accountability? All these matters are really a concern.
Yeah,
When
but
this
yeah.
never stakeholders are heard. Never stakeholders are heard. Only drive, penalty, and only a media hype. That's the end of the story. This happens every 15 days, 30 days. Nothing is happening
No,
in
but they are our
Bangalore or
children.
any other metro.
Yeah, but they are our children, and I think their safety should
No
be our
doubt, Sudha.
top
We are all for the
concern.
children, no doubt.
But
Only
that
the
doesn't
thing
give,
is,
Shashi, despite whatever, no driver, no conductor, no staff should be drinking while on duty. There are no two ways about it.
agreed. But same in the same point, please, you two have to rise that even government allowing this. For example, how do you control tobacco when there is no availability? Then it is normally you
But
can
I could be
regulate it.
wait a minute, I could have a bad habit of smoking. That does not mean I smoke in the studio, no? I'm an adult.
Yes,
Come on.
I do understand.
No, this I don't
See,
understand. Just because a bar is open, I will not enter and...
law-abiding citizen, can you expect 100% law-abiding
No,
citizen?
there has to be. There are children involved. On that
No,
note,
for
Shashi Kumar.
that itself there is a regulation. Let us put all together in place.
Right. Let
Let
me
us put
also...
all together in place.
All right, I have
What's
to
the
move on.
responsibility of the education department,
All
traffic,
right.
and the government?
Okay, absolutely. Very valid point, but I'll reiterate. No drinking while driving.